Oh, so sorry. Yeah. Sure can.
And this is Vanessa.
Sorry, way busy over there all day today.
Well, that's a good thing.
Like there's very many, there's a little bit of downtime, but not much.
I like cooking. I'm good right here.
See if we can get everything to work today, tonight. That will be nice tonight.
Okay, you are live here.
Okay.
Just so you know. And I don't know that you'll need that, but we can try.
Either way,
I don't know if it will. Never tried it on here.
are you doing it with the computer instead of your phone this time?
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out how to get it live from the phone. Oh gosh, I don't want to bend that.
If you brought a project or a friend for the first time, or if it's your first time coming, come fill out a ticket and stick it in our jar for the drawing. And if you want a page protect month's pattern, you can come grab one of those.
Oh, do we know what the password is to that?
Yep, we'll hand that. Is this your first time coming? Awesome. After we do the little demo, I'll give you a little folder. I'll put your pattern in.
Everything's cool.
No, I don't think. No, this is not working.
And so.
Turn off. Do we have? Can you hand me that box?
Yes, we got an answer from Synergy about what this meant. So.
Speakers, high definition.
I said, oh, I got
Might have to figure this part out. So hopefully they can still hear you decently. Trying to decide where to put that. If that's better. Okay, well, we'll just leave it at that. If I do that, then they can see the TV. So
Oh, yeah.
9 o'clock. Hey, where did Brooke go? Was there anybody still in the shop?
Just for.
Okay, we will get started then. Welcome to Simply Charming this month. We don't have a lot of announcements this time. Just that this is National Quilt Month, so spend lots of time quilting. And if you really want an excuse to quilt all day, a week from Saturday on March 21st is National Quilting Day. So I think everybody should celebrate by quilting all day.
I agree.
Check out our calendar. We have the calendar here by the door with this month's classes. We also have, do we have paper copies in the shop?
Yeah, there's a couple.
There's a few copies
But
of
I can
it
make
in the
more.
shop. You can go to grannysfabrichouse.com and all of the classes are listed on there under events and calendar. So you can see all the details and the prices for all of our classes. If you don't see a class that you want to take, let us know what you're interested in and we will make a class and get it on the calendar. So be thinking about what you would like to do, or if you want to teach, bring a sample of what you want to teach and show Vanessa and you can teach a class for us. Vanessa, do you want to do the bag? Explain that.
I'll be the bag lady.
Yes, be the bag
Be
lady.
the bag lady. I'm the bag lady. All right. So we had some cute little mesh bags made for all of our amazing customers. So what these are, any month that has a 5th Saturday, if you buy a bag and you bring it in on that 5th Saturday, anything you fit in the bag, you get 20% off your whole purchase. So the bags are $19.99. And yeah, pretty much that's what it is. You just fill the bag. And on the next 5th Saturday is May 30th, I believe. So these bags are available in the store. You can buy them at any time. You can buy them that day and get your 20% off. You can buy them today and just play with it, keep it, have fun with it, and then bring it back on the 30th and fill it up.
The group this morning was trying to figure out how you could get a whole bolt to fit in there.
Yeah.
We decided it'd be best if you take it off the bolt.
Just slide it off the bolt
Yeah,
and
let us
stick the
measure
fabric.
it for you and then just stick the whole thing in there.
Yep, just slide it right out. Anyways,
Some of them are easier to do than others.
and if it's ripped like this one, please let me know because that one will have to go back.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's what we have with the bags and just some other things that we have going on. The All Pacific Northwest Shop Hop starts April 1st and goes until May 31st. We have magazines in the store for you to buy, and it has your passports in them, and there are youth passports as well. So just so you know, if you want one of those, we can get you a youth passport. And the
It has a map of where all the participating shops, and they told us that that's the only place you can find the map. You can find other information online, but the map will only be in the magazine.
Yeah, and not only the map, but also each section is separated by location. Like you have different like Southeast regions, and the region separations only in the magazine as well. Anyways, also our bus shop hop, which this year is called the Patchwork Party Bus. Patchwork Party Bus, is that what we decided? Patchwork Bus? Patchwork Party Bus, that works.
It's going to be a party.
That was going to be May 23rd, but we've had to push that back a little bit. So it will either be June 13th or June. We're just right now solidifying buses, either the 13th or the 27th of June. And then that one will be $100. We're going to go to Stylish in Logan, Allen's Quilt and Vac in Pocatello, Daydreams in Idaho Falls, Granny's, of course, and then the Minky Store in Ashton will be our 5 stops. And last year was a ton of fun. We gave a lot of prizes away, and I didn't have a voice by the end of the night, but that's okay. And I'm saying a lot.
Snack.
We feed you, and then yeah. So on that one with the theme, we're doing like a little competition, best of. So you'll have anything like if you bring a patchwork shirt, if you wear a patchwork skirt, if you wear a patchwork jacket, anything like that you have made or somebody else has made for you. We're going to do like best jacket, best use of colors, best, anyways, there'll be a lot of giveaways. And also March Madness is coming up. I didn't announce this in the morning meeting, so you guys are the only ones who know. But starting the week of March Madness, we will have on social media and in the store like a this versus that kind of thing, but it'll be like fat quarters versus jelly rolls. And you can vote online which one you like the best, fat quarters or jelly rolls. And you can vote in the store. And then for everyone who voted, whichever one wins, so like if the fat quarter bundle won and everyone who voted, their name will go into a drawing and they'll win that fat quarter
Now you
bundle.
get to win it.
Yeah. So we'll have lots of this versus that throughout the week of March Madness.
And
So
when is that? And what week?
March Madness, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked to see when March Madness starts. I just figured that out in my brain last night. March Madness 2026. It starts March 17th and it goes through April 6th. So throughout that whole time, just watch on our social media and we'll have a this versus that and it will be up for a couple days and then we'll tally votes and then we'll take it down and then we'll put a new one up.
So the 17th is what day?
Next
Next Tuesday.
Coming up really soon.
Next Tuesday. Awesome.
So, anyways, I think that's all I have. Lori, do you have anything? Okay.
Okay, then let's start our show and tell. Who brought show and tell today? And remember, it doesn't have to be a Simply Charming project. It can be any fabric project you're working on. And just bring something to show us. Even if you have a picture, that counts. You can get your name in the drawing. So let's start on this side. We started over here this morning, so let's start on this side. Does anybody over here have show and tell? Okay.
I have a couple.
Awesome.
This one. And almost all the fabric is directional, so
Oh, that's always
was
a
fun.
challenge.
it was fun.
Oh, that's cute. That one, that is zigzag from last year. Can I hold it up so our friends online can see it? It's so cute.
What did you do to make that bigger? Just the border?
Yes. The
Did-
one border.
Did you add more charm packs or just the
No, it
border?
was just the border. And then this is one that I've been working on. It's all embroidered and then it has edge around.
Oh, wow. That is so cute.
Wow. How fun is that?
Just don't look at all the points that don't match up.
I'm too busy looking at the ones that do match.
Yeah, we're not the quilt police.
So how fun is that?
These
All
are
of
so
them.
beautiful.
I was gonna say, I don't even care.
Did you do one for each month?
Yeah.
Penny, is this a block of the?
Well, they're supposed to be wall hangings, but I'm trying to decide whether I want to do a wall hanging or if I want to do a quilt out of
Oh
it
my
all.
gosh, so cute.
Those are very
Oh,
cute.
that would be fun either way.
Yeah, I love those.
So cute.
Well done.
I should put in like 10.
You should.
Tickets for those. They're a lot of work. All that embroidery.
we went fight you on it if you want to do it.
Oh, thank you. Leave my stuff behind. Oh, yeah, I've been so busy.
So busy. I think that's fun. It's fine, yeah.
So, I had gone into Daydreams and saw their Charming Club thing, but they don't do Charming Club, they just have a pattern. I didn't know it was gonna be the same one.
Oh, Yeah, we never know, 'cause we can
And
do
here I am,
whatever
so
order we
I'm done.
want. Awesome. That's cute.
And this is last month's.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna put one more border on, I
Put
think,
this one up here
because
too.
it's too little. And then Shami, that's how you say it? Shami. She taught me how to make, this awesome quilt that was in the store called Plaid Cake.
Platy cake.
So here's all
You
my
have your
blocks.
stack of blocks.
So happy.
Can I show that over here too? You took the class, didn't you?
Yep. Me and Shameen all alone. We had a great time.
That's okay. We've got one-on-one time, right?
And then.
Well, you have been busy.
Vanessa tried to teach me how to make this rug. And I was doing really good as long as she was with me. So she left me it right here. So I have a little ways to, I don't know, she's gonna decide how far I have to pick it.
Can I
Don't
show
say
that
all
one
the
too?
way.
Only to where she left off.
Pretty colors. We just
So I'm guessing that's a jelly roll.
yeah,
Yeah.
jelly roll rug.
And I didn't think it was that hard.
Where's it starting?
I don't know. Here's the bag.
Here's. Oh, you sell more?
No.
Okay. There you go.
Thought about one.
Thank you.
I have a show and tell. Speaking of rugs.
Oh my gosh, look at how cute.
We can't see it on the YouTube. On the tuber?
Yep, gotta bring it back
On the
here.
tuber?
Whoa, you're gonna trip and fall on the YouTube. My jelly roll rug.
I forgot about that.
You should have brought your little Easter baskets.
Oh,
She made Easter baskets using the same technique.
I have them in the store.
This is my first time and I didn't know that you bring something, but I've been
Oh,
working on that for the
wow.
last couple days.
Show it up
I don't know.
here.
if you can make it so
How are we
people
gonna get
can
it
see.
out here?
See if it'll focus.
Oh, you didn't choose like a necessarily easy pattern.
Pull it back just a little bit.
Pull it back, yeah, try it. They're individual exercises.
Yeah, I
That's
sort of like, and then
awesome.
turn them all and then I'll just top stitch them with a zigzag together so that it's double-sided.
I'm excited to see
You
that
showing
coming.
this?
Yeah, bring it and show us.
No, I did not make this. I bought this and it was really ugly.
No, but sure, you did.
It was really ugly and scratchy, so I put a really ugly back on it. And I just didn't try it. I have like a polyester thing where whenever I see a quilt top that's polyester, I have to buy it.
It will never die.
Even
Yeah, it
will
won't.
You will have a quilt.
Yeah, I have a polyester quilt
And
that I've had a long time.
I made this bag. It's windmills or pinwheels or whatever, and I just patched them together in your bag. So I've never done a pinwheel before, but
Oh, that's
Good job.
awesome.
Well done.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. Do you want us to come back here? Trip over the cores.
It's also a store sample. It's a brand new line of fabric we just got. But I did make the quilt, so it counts.
Oh, I love it.
That's
So cute.
Yes.
Can you hold that higher?
I'm short.
We're not.
We got the two shortest people in the room.
Okay.
Oh, Vanessa's back with her Easter basket.
Okay.
Oh, those are so sweet.
So,
Aren't they cute?
anyways, the handles are a little floppy, but
That's okay. It makes it easier to get the candy out.
yeah.
Basically, pull it up on the front of your body so that you
Put
can
like,
see
Could you
Like
put a
floral-
pipe cleaner
floral wire.
or floral wire?
You probably could. I think it's just it's a little floppy because I feel like it needs to be stitched like right here, up a little higher.
Oh,
You could
yeah.
also just
But
use
that
some
would do-
fusible fleece in it.
Yeah, you could use a little bit. They might be hard to braid that way.
Kind of cute, just
But-
burst style though. They
Yeah.
just
But yeah,
do a little
but
basket
I mean,
together.
they're still
I
fun.
think they're super cute.
So
We're wondering, are they for your family?
yes, they are. This one is for. I hope they're not watching. Well, they're not. There's only 3 people on. This is for Miss Addie Beth. This one is for Charlie Joe. This one is for Eliana, and this one's for baby David.
Oh my God.
My 4 grandbabies.
So fun. Okay, do you have a show and tell for us?
I do,
Awesome.
because I've only been to one class and I've only bought quilting stuff. I'm not quilting yet, but you can see the beginning of my granddaughter's Easter dress.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Want me to hold my
my quilting thing is shedding on it. Oh, but yeah, this is
That's
the
so cute.
bodice for a 3-year-old, and this is the bodice for her 1-year-old baby sister.
Oh,
I need
so
that. And it's lace. There's wide lace going around all the bottom of the bodice, and then it's a floral skirt.
That's
So,
cute. So
that's
cute.
that's the beginning of 5.
You're making 5 of them? Wow.
That is the bag. I wanted a big bag.
You can come back here with me if you want. Just watch out for the cords. I think that you need to show the bag too.
Oh, okay. Well, it's big enough to put a baby in. If they want to steal one.
Or
I was
big
gonna say,
quilts.
After working at the hospital for the last 40 years and maternal infant, that's really not a funny statement. However, we do drills for that kind of stuff. If anybody comes carrying in a bag. you
This
can
one
have
is,
a baby.
it's sparkle, but I did it backwards.
I like it.
And I brought those colors in because it's for a boy who was delivered today, cesarean section.
Oh, nice.
Very cute.
That is very cute. The back is cute too.
Yeah, I had to look for it. It goes with these
Mhm.
back quarters, but then I thought, I want it to be all blue. All blue is kind of boring.
I think it's really cute.
And this is when it started last year, but I figured it was the right time of year to show
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So I haven't finished it. It's all ready to go.
Oh, so cute.
I had a hall wall that my son put a curtain rod up on. And I could, with the rings with the clips, I could hang up different quotes on there. But now I don't have a wall that big. So now it goes on my outside of my door because the door is steel or metal and I use magnets.
Oh, awesome. That's a great idea.
So did you make your bag too?
Yes.
That is really
I just
cute.
basically, all I did was take and sew a whole bunch of them together and
Did you make it out of a charm pack or did you cut your own squares?
no, I think some of them are charm packs. I don't think I cut the squares, but I might have. I don't know, but it has, I like these sneaky pockets is what I call them. That's a pocket right there.
Oh, nice.
And then there's another pocket inside,
Oh, cute.
but yeah, it's
Very
humongous.
cute. It is. That's perfect though when you want to carry quilts.
Yeah,
Still
that's
a baby.
steal a baby. I can't steal the neighbor's baby. She just had him.
Give her a couple of years.
Is that who this is?
Oh, I already have grandma custody of her 5-year-old.
I think you could fit like a 2-year-old in this bag.
And I think I'm gonna sew this up higher.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, watch the cords. Someday we won't have cords draped across all of our walkways. Who else has a show and tell? Okay.
Well, this was last month. I've only gotten it to a point, so I'm deciding whether I want to make it bigger before I put a border on it.
That's cute.
I like your fabric.
That's very cute. This is the same fabric I use.
That's the same
For the
fabric you
sample.
used.
Mine's hanging in the shop, so with the border on.
Yeah, if I can find another one of the charm packs, I may make it bigger and then put the borders on.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know if we have any more. Do you
I
guys
don't
know
know.
if we have more of that charm pack?
Which one is it? We did this morning.
But it's been bananas.
I think there has. I think there might be one, maybe one more.
Mine is super random. I had this stack of all my 5-inch charms that I exchanged back in a guild in Atlanta. And,
Oh wow.
and I still have more. None of them are just like. So I didn't finish it because I think I want to make it bigger. I'm just gonna start adding scraps.
That's a good choice.
I love all this.
Yeah, I like
pattern. I love the
I like all the. Yeah, it's
So
a fun
easy.
pattern.
Make it big enough, you can get the whole rainbow.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking, just kind of like a color wash.
that's pretty.
It's cute.
It is very.
Bring it back as it grows. And let us see it.
This was mine last month. This is, that's.
It's all
Very cute.
Can I bring it over here and show it online?
And then I have a friend at work that is battling breast cancer. And so I made this and then we're gonna sign it.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see the whole thing online. That's pretty.
Good job.
I'm not done. It's just
That's
a little
okay.
part. I just made
And
an
we
easier
accept
version
a
of
bag
the
of
one from
pieces.
last
So.
time.
Oh, I like that. And just the two colors.
Oh, yeah, alternating the.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Bring it back when it's all grown up.
Yeah. Okay, let's start on this side.
Okay. Sally said I should show this. So,
Oh, I get to see the. Oh, cute. I saw her working on these bags yesterday. They're the bags that have, is it the tape measure in it?
no,
The
the
closure-
slap,
Oh, the slap bracelets.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you turn it sideways,
It will blow it up.
there you go.
See it. You kind of see it. They're just cute little bags.
I made 24 of them.
And then put the names on them.
Christmas shopping.
They're very cute.
Want a couple? So it's my goal this year to make each of my grandkids a little lap quilt. So I've started on them and using up some charm packs that I've got. However, this isn't a charm, or this is not a simply charming pattern, but I did find it in
That's
a really
okay.
old quilting magazine.
Oh, that's so cute.
So that was fun. So I made it bigger and added some from my stash. So that was fun.
That's very cute. I like the colors in it.
And then this one you guys will recognize because it's already been shown. The zigzag. Oh,
That's very cute.
So I, so just added some more stuff from my stash. So seems to be my MO. So
I'll spray
Oh,
you some
okay.
of this one. This one's zigzag from last year. Too bad Carolyn's not here. She showed another one this morning. I think
Oh, is that
she's at
right?
like 9 or 10 of the zigzags
wow.
now.
Actually, they really go together really fast, and it was kind of fun. It won't be my last one.
Maybe you can compete with Carolyn, see who makes the most.
I don't know if I can compete with Carolyn.
Anybody else have show and tell?
Okay.
Okay.
So this is one from last month, and I used your idea of just using my scraps. So this was just everything out of my stash. I have a old-fashioned piano, the high-back one, that I wanted to make seasonal black quilts to just hang over top of it.
Oh,
cute.
So this is for St. Patrick's.
Is there any other show and tell? Okay, I told you I was gonna do pillows, bench pillows out of my step outs this year. So this is the one that I showed you. It was in pieces last month. And now it's a little pillow. I put a zipper in it so that I can also put this one in there. Do that. So that's love notes from January.
So did you put the zipper in the top or the side?
It's just all along here so that it'll be really easy to get the pillow in and out. That way I don't have to store 12 pillows, just.
What size pillow is that?
I think it's 12 by 24, I think.
Is that just one term?
I always kind of wonder, like,
Yeah, I think it's 12 by 24 is what it said. But you could make it any size you want. This one just seemed to, it was just the size I liked. And it so far has come out pretty even with the little blocks we make. With the two I've done so far. We'll see about this month's. Okay, so this month we are doing, the pattern is called knots, spelled with a K, because this looks like a knot here in the middle of the block. So for this one, you need 36 of your squares, and I'm doing mine, so my step outs are just from my stash, and I love the reproduction 30s fabrics, so I just pulled some of those to make my own little charm pack and cut those at the 5 inches. This month you have very little waste. You have a little piece, we're not trimming a 1/2 inch off of them. You have one piece that is waste, and I didn't bring it with me. I was going to show you, it's sitting on my cutting table at home. But it's a 1/2 inch by 1.5 inches is all that you don't use this time. So you'll take your charm squares. I'll get one that'll show up a little better on the mat so you can see it. And you cut, I don't know where my other stack of them went. We should have, oh, maybe it's mixed in here. Oh, there it is, hiding under here. So what I used for this one is this line, it's arabesque. I haven't put the border on it yet because this fabric, the bolts are due in the shop any day, and I decided to wait and use something from the fabric line for it. So I just put on this first border, but it will have another border around the outside, so it'll be a little bit bigger. But this is the one I used. When I was in the shop a little while ago, we still had some of these, so if you like that one. Okay, so you'll take your charm square and cut a strip. So let me get the full square so you can see. So from your square like this, you'll cut that and this, and you just have a little sliver left right here. Measure on your charm squares. It has the zigzag edge. You need the full 5 inches to be able to get this. You're not trimming off anything to get this cut across here and to get this direction. So measure your charm square and find out, different manufacturers measure just slightly different. Some of them go by the outside of the little point and some go by the inside of the point. Figure out which yours is. If it's the outside, then measure that way. If it's the inside, measure that way.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since you've been doing like all of this with the Moda charm packs,
Mm-hmm.
What does Moda measure?
They are usually the outside points.
Thank you.
There have been a few every once in a while, like the ones that we have cut from a layer cake. Some of those are off a little bit. And sometimes I think it's just which side of the ruler you got when we were cutting it.
Yeah, but just
But just the Moda, the true Moda ones, it's been the outside. So I didn't trim anything off when I was making this one. I just went outside point to outside point when I was measuring my 5 inches.
So you didn't follow the pattern exactly? You left out that step, that cut off the 1/2 inch?
No, so last month you had to take your square and cut a 1/2 inch off the side.
Yes.
On this month, we don't do that.
Okay.
You don't need to do that on this. You need the full 5 inches this month. So I know some people are like, why am I cutting a 1/2 inch off? And asked if you can keep it and make. Some people experimented with not cutting the 1/2 inch off last month and the month before for the hearts. So I was just pointing out this time, you don't cut that 1/2 inch off. You want to keep it all. The only thing you cut off is this little piece. When you cut out this one, so you'll cut a strip this direction, and then that gives you these pieces, which then you'll cross cut this one here, and you'll cross cut this one just to get that little sliver off. Because once you put a seam here, it's going to be a little bit smaller, like this one. So you can see you have to cut that off to make it fit once you've sewn your seam. Okay, so after you get all of them cut like this, the way that I mixed up my colors on this one, I was thinking about it when I was working on it and remembered that years ago, I had made a quilt where they had you do this. So you would take your first piece. Let me get my stacks all back in order. I didn't help that they fell on the floor this morning, but we couldn't get the camera to work. So I was trying to do it up here and my whole stack fell. So you would have your pieces like this. Once you get your whole stack cut, you'll have 36 fabrics in your pile of each size. And then to mix up the colors so that I didn't have to stop and think and end up with all blue for the last square, you take this one, and so I left this one the same way it was. This one, I took 2 off of the top and moved them to the bottom of my stack. This one, I took 4 off the top and moved them to the bottom of my stack. So then as I'm chain piecing and sewing along, I would take these 2, and I didn't have to stop and think because they were offset in my stacks. And so if you wanted to pay attention to it, like you could separate out your fabric as you're cutting and like put all your blues in one pile, so that then you would just move all the blues in this stack to the bottom. And that way you're not gonna be sewing a blue to a blue. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that worked really well. I just did that. If I happened as I was chain piecing through it, if I happened to come across 2 that I just didn't want next to each other, I just took it off, tucked it to the bottom, and kept going. If they were too close in color or the same print or something like that. But that made it go pretty fast. That's how I put that one together. And I only swapped out a couple of them as I was chain piecing. And because you've moved both of these stacks, once you get these sewn together like this, now you're ready to add the next stack, and you don't have to go through and color match everything. It's already offset in this stack, so you can just start sewing those on. So once you get everything cut and your piles arranged the way you want, then you'll sew these 2 together. So your big square to your smaller rectangle. And after that, you go through and chain piece and put your other triangle on all of them. So then you'll have a stack of these. And putting this one together is really simple. Your square always goes to the outside. So you just do it like that. And then this one's stuck that way. Yeah, but they're all the same block. I probably wouldn't leave those 2 right there. I would mix these up a little bit so I didn't have so many of the same print in the same block. You'll make all of your blocks just like that. So this one goes together really fast. There's very few seams. None of your seams match up when you're putting it together. You don't have to try to match any seams, so you can press it however you want. The pattern says to press your seams open. I pressed mine away from the center, so mine all went towards the outside, but you can press them however you want. You're not going to be nesting seams, so it doesn't matter. Do what you like. Then once you get them all sewn together, you put this quilt together in rows like this. So with a sashing strip between, so it'll look like that. When you're ready to start putting it together, the pattern tells you what size to cut these sashing strips. Before you cut those, I would measure your blocks. Make sure your blocks turned out the size that the pattern says they should. Because if you're 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 inch off, it doesn't matter. Just cut your sashing shorter or small or longer, depending how big your actual size of your blocks are. So I would measure several of them and see what size they're all turning out. Everybody's 1/4 inch is just slightly different, so it might be just a little bit off. So that's what I like to do. I rarely will cut my sashing strips before I have my blocks pieced. And same with the borders. Then, trying to think if there's anything else I told them this morning that I'm forgetting. Then to measure, your next piece is going to be this strip that goes through here. The pattern has you do it in one full strip. If you've been coming to these, to Simply Charming You, I don't like doing that because I have a really hard time matching this up, and I had very bad experience on my first quilt I ever made. And have flashbacks to that whenever the pattern says cut a strip and then try to get these to line up. So you can do it. Some people are very good at doing it. I had thought about doing it. I was like, okay, this is a small quilt. I can do it on this one, get over my fear of doing it that way. But it was late at night when I was doing it, and I was tired and I didn't want to think. So I just cut more of these strips and sewed a row that is one of these. So it will be the same length as your block. And then your little cornerstone is just a square. Whatever the width of your sashing is, your cornerstone will be a square that's that size. That's how I did it. You only need 4 of them. You could use some of your leftover charm squares because you only need 36 out of the 42 for this quilt. So you could just play with that if you want to do the cornerstone method. For me, it's easier to line up my rows this direction. But if you're doing it that way, you would have a row like this, and then your next row is just this sashing strip with the cornerstones. And then another row, another sashing strip with cornerstones, and another row.
Once you did that and did the ones with the cornerstones, you could do like a bright focus color.
Yeah, you could.
On those.
Mm-hmm. I just,
Kind of cute.
I thought, well, maybe nobody will even notice that I took the lazy way. And so I used the same fabric, but they noticed this morning. So, but you can do it whatever way you want. Once it's quilted like this, you're not going to really be able to see that I did it different, but you can also make it look like you wanted it that way and do whatever color you want in that. You could do an accent color or just whatever. So once you get that, then measure across here in at least 3 spots. Find out what your average is from side to side. So that would be this strip that you're measuring. Measure those side to side. Hopefully they're all the same size, but if they're not, take the average of that and cut your top and bottom little inner border with that. And you'll want both of those the same size. So if you just measure up here and then you measure down here, you might get different measurements. If you cut this piece to this size and this piece to this size, your quilt is going to be kind of wavy. It's not going to lay nice and flat. So you want to make this strip be the same on both of them. Then you'll measure from top to bottom, find out what that measurement is in a couple of places, and cut this border that size. Cut both of them the same size. That's how you keep your quilt nice and square And you've probably had quilts when you lay them flat, they're a little bit wavy, you have fullness in different areas. And that's why. It's if you don't measure that, then they can just turn out kind of wonky. And then you'll do the same thing for your border that I don't have on yet. Just pretend it's an invisible border. But here's a picture of the front of the pattern. And you can see on here it has a green border. So the quilt will be a little bit bigger than this. It finishes at 36 by 36. And you would just attach those borders the same way I just talked through doing these borders. Does anyone have any questions? No? We don't have any patterns here. After we're all done here, you can go over to the shop, choose your charm pack and get your pattern. If you want a page protector for your pattern, you can grab one of those before you go. I don't think we have any of those in the shop, so grab one or come back and get one. Any other comments or questions? Okay, then we will say goodbye to our friends that are watching online. The code for this month is charm0326, and it's all capital letters. When you enter that code, you'll get your charm pack for $10 and 10% off anything else that you order. We'll see you next month. Okay, now we can have fun. If you watch